I didn't feel Oppenheimer really dragged that much, because I felt the story was really engaging, and I was really fascinated over the character of Oppenheimer, who he was and what he was about, having known nothing about him prior to the movie. For a long movie, you kind of expect it to, but I don't regret watching it, and I don't regret the runtime either, because usually, if I see a movie in the cinema, and it's like a 3 hour and however long runtime, I'm like, oh god, I'm going to hate this. Like, my back afterwards is going to be killing me. I'm going to be really tired. I'm probably going to be a little bit grumpy too, because I'm tired. But for this movie, I loved every single minute of it. Or every second of it, rather. And I can't obviously speak the same way for Killers of the Flower Moon, because I've not seen that film yet. But I feel like, when it comes to some movies, if you're really into it, like the story and the characters and whatnot, you don't really feel the runtime as much. Or maybe you do, I don't know. It's a different opinion for everybody who watches movies in the cinema, so it is what it is, I suppose. But the staff member continues to say people could come out, order another drink, stretch their legs, go to the bathroom and not miss anything. Lee added that audiences were big fans of the cinema hitting pause on the film. Now, I agree with this situation here, like this intermission, like yes, you can go out and get another drink, you can stretch your legs, you can go to the bathroom, and then you just come right back to the movie because you don't miss anything because the film's on pause, which is a brilliant idea, but at the same time, it kind of takes you out of it. It kind of ruins the experience of the movie a little bit. I know some people disagree on that, which is perfectly fine, everyone has their own opinion. But this is why I like to get people's opinions on this, because it's such an interesting debate. Healthy debate, don't get me wrong, healthy debate, but it's interesting nonetheless on how some people feel about this. However, representatives from the film's distributors, Apple Films and Panama Pictures have now informed the theatres that the intermission violates the licensing agreement and have instructed establishments to show the film and how it was intended. Thelma Shoemaker, I don't know how you pronounce the last name, so I do apologise, the film's editor and longtime collaborator with Scorsese, told The Standard, I understand that somebody's running it with an intermission which is not right. That's a violation, so I had to find out about it. While Scorsese did not directly address the violation, he defended the film's running time to Hindustan Times. He defended the runtime in general, we'll just leave it at that. People say it's 3 hours, but come on, you could sit in front of the TV and watch something for 5 hours. Although, you can do that, but you can do it at your own sort of pacing as well. You can hit pause at any certain time, go to the bathroom, make a cup of tea, go outside, have a cigarette, whatever it may be. You could do those sort of things that you like to do, sort of thing, when you're watching a movie on TV. Because, you're in your comfort from your own home. So those are the sort of the advantages of watching a movie from home, or watching TV from home, compared to watching something on a big screen in a cinema. So that's my opinion on it, but, I'm not going to disagree with him on that, in a sense. Also, there are many people who watch theatre for 3.5 hours. There are real actors on stage. You can't get up and walk around. You give it that respect. Give cinema some respect, he told the outlet. Variety reported that Sean Robbins, chief analyst at Box Office Pro, echoed Scorsese's stance. If Scorsese didn't intend for there to be an intermission, I think that should be at least the primary way people can see it, he said. That being said, it was a long movie, and I think if there is long enough demand out there, especially if it means a difference in helping someone make the decision to go and buy a ticket, rather than not go see the movie, then maybe there's an economical and practical argument for at least a limited option. But also, just to let you know, you can watch the movie, as it says here, on Apple TV Plus, so there's that option for you as well. Martin Scorsese is an interesting fella when it comes to the cinema and movie making. He's very old school and he's very passionate, which I respect. I love that about him. I like a lot of his films too. I like Goodfellas, I like Taxi Driver. I like Raging Bull. I think he directed Raging Bull anyway. Casino with Robert De Niro. Again, I think he directed that. I'm not too sure. But I like a lot of his films. Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio, who he's reunited with this movie, as well as Robert De Niro again. But anyway, I'm a big fan of his work. I think he's a brilliant filmmaker, and he's a very passionate filmmaker, which I love to see in terms of people's quality of work. But sometimes I do feel like he can come across a little bit grumpy, especially when it comes to comic book movies. If you've ever seen anything he's mentioned when it comes to comic book movies, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then go have a look. It's not the easiest to listen to, not listen to, but to read, because he's so critical and so grumpy. Like, oh, well, comic book movies are ruining cinema. You know, people only want to go see comic book movies these days. But for the most part, if you've watched some of the recent, or if you know of the recent comic book movies, for the most part, some of these movies have not been doing well at the box office at all, whether it be Marvel or DC. So right now, comic book movies are in an interesting placement in terms of where they stand in the cinema, you know, with the legacy of cinema. And yeah, these movies for the most part did help put butts in seats. They did help people, you know, save their jobs and whatnot, because people went out and support these movies. And I don't have any regrets for them doing that, because I don't have any regrets going to see these movies. And I respect the fact that these movies were able to put butts in seats, because that's what we want. Yes, okay, I would rather other people go see other things as well, but at the same time, we can't control that. We can't control people's taste. People like what they like. They don't like what they don't like. They'll see what they want to see, and that's it. You know, you can't do much about that. But again, I do sort of agree with the person, the box office pro person, where he's like, look, if Martin Scorsese did not intend to have an intermission, then the film should not have an intermission. However, if it helps people, and it helps put more butts in seats, then maybe we could sort of put that as a option, like a limited option, but an option nonetheless. Like, I remember once, back in 2016, 17 I think it was, I went to see the new Jason Bourne movie. And midway through the movie, the screen went blank. I was like, oh, okay, like that can't be the ending, surely, because, you know, we just entered this new act of the film. We can't just end the film straight away, just like that. But it turns out there's like a fire warning sort of thing, so we had to all evacuate the cinema. But that was kind of weird, but like, it wasn't exactly the same thing as an intermission, but like at the same time, that's kind of what it felt like. Like, oh, you know, we all have to wait outside, stretch our legs, and wait for us to go back in the cinema. That's what it kind of felt like. But again, I know some people are hit and miss on the idea of intermission. I think it's a fascinating topic to talk about. It gets people really passionate. It shows they're really passionate about movies. And also some people are like, I don't care. You know, I just don't care. If I want to go see the movie, I'll go see it. If it's 3 hours long, then, you know, that's up to me. I chose to go see this movie, knowing the runtime. So, no matter what, you know, if I don't like the movie, I don't like it. If I do like it, then brilliant. It is what it is. You know, no one makes my choices for me. I go out and do my own thing. And, you know, that's all that needs to be said in some ways. But again, I'm very curious to know what you guys think of this. Are you a fan of the idea of an intermission with cinemas during long period of movies or long length movies? Do you wish, actually, did you see Killers of the Flower Moon? What's your opinion on it? I've not had a chance to see it yet, so I'm very interested in watching it once it becomes available on digital. Yes, I should probably go out and see cinema. Sorry, Martin Scorsese. I should have gone and see it in cinema. But during the time of its release, I wasn't feeling great mentally. I had a lot of crap going on, so I didn't really go and see it. But nonetheless, what's your opinions on the movie? What's your opinion on an intermission? Do you like the idea? Do you not like the idea? What are the pros and cons in your opinion? And with that being said, thank you all for listening to this episode. Till next time, Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.